Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and go over the plays that were signaled today, how you could have made some money, and what everything happened. So, starting things off, the first thing that was signaled was target. However, I immediately told everybody in the group, like, hey, the play's invalid because it just gapped all the way down to its price target at opening. So, nobody would have taken this play. You don't buy into things when they're at the exit point, buy into things when they're at their entry point, and it didn't start off at its entry point. So, that being said, next thing that was signaled was NEM. NEM did its thing today and took out every single price target that was given. So how could you made some money on this? First, let's go ahead and take a look at the 5-minute time frame, since most people do like to pay attention to smaller time frames when they're getting in. And what do we see here but a beautiful confirmation of one, we are breaking entry. We're hanging out above the upper band. We're staying above the upper band damn near all freaking day. Now, this would have been a little bit easier if you had gone to a higher time frame, like the 15-minute. You would have broken entry here. Yes, you would have finished a little bit below entry, but you wait for the next candle to see what the next candle does. Two up and a two up and a two up and a two up. Are you getting out of this play? Absolutely not. Right? It's going exactly in your favor the way that you want it to go. You just need to have patience. You don't get out when there's a failed two. You get out when that failed two is activated by a two down. In this case, what would have been a two down? It didn't. Two, one, we don't get out on ones. We're going to see if we finish above this VWAP. And honestly, it starts down here, gives the tiniest wick, and immediately turns into a green candle pushing to the upside. You're at least seeing if this thing is going to finish as a fail two to the upside, because you're not going to just let yourself get stopped out of calls while you're in a green candle, right? Right. So you're going to be patient. One, two up, 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 and then good golly, Miss Molly, chop of the freaking year, right? Chop of the freaking year, right? Flow state would have been really easy. You've been making so much during this. When this choppiness starts, it's all about closing below the price target. Are we closing beneath the price target? No, 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 no. So this algorithm is clearly what was a sell algorithm before. We can now clearly see turning into a buy algorithm, and that pushes us all the way up to that final price target. Or at the very end of the day, we get exhausted for a tiny sell-off. So it would have been really easy if you had been sticking with some higher time frames and had patience. Remember, my golden rules is patience pays. Next is Roblox. Roblox also took out every one of the price targets that I gave today. So could you make some money on it? Starting things off on the 5-minute time frame. For those that like to pay attention to the really smaller time frames, what do we see happening? One, we are breaking entry while being beneath the bottom band. That's great. Love that. We come up with a failed two pushing to the upside, but it's a two down, two down, two down, two down. Was there a reason to sell this? No, no. Patience pays. You wouldn't let this candle freak you out. You would be patient, and it would have worked out very well for you. Then we get a little sideways. This point's once you've liquidated some of your contracts, majority of your contracts at price target one, you've adjusted your runners into a stop loss, or you're going to be using the VWAP for stop loss, in this case, the bottom band. And we are pretty much just staying beneath that the entire time, right? There's not much momentum in these candles. Look how massive these candles are. Look at how tiny these candles are. You wouldn't have had that much of a percentage change even happening, right? 1-2% change happening. You would have been just kind of sitting still for a little bit before it finally dumps again, taking out price target number two. We're up immediately after we liquidate to this price target. So we liquidate to this price target. Immediately after that, we liquidate to this price target. We get choppy again. We liquidate to the next one. So this thing just ran through its price targets while staying beneath the bottom band. Very easy play today. XOM broke its entry and immediately rejected it. So people like my students, Linda, I know Linda, you would have been paying attention to this if it was a ticker that you were watching, but you 100% would have been looking at the FIB 50 on this thing, right? And if you would use the FIB 50 after we had broken the entry by coming down to the bottom, right, you would have been looking at it for the upside. So my laptop is about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. But much love, everybody. I hope that you made some money today. The signals that did hit, they hit very well. So I hope that you're taking this and, turning it into some money. God bless, and I'll see y'all soon.